Fast cars, muscle cars, hot rods. What happens when one of the biggest names in Detroit sets out to build some of the baddest cars on the road? Street and racing technology. Join us as Test Drive heads across America and across the Atlantic to Germany with 4 of SRT's most bold, powerful, and unexpected performance cars.
162 miles an hour.
It's an incredible and international one-hour test drive. And it all starts right now.
Hey everybody, I'm Tommy Kendall, and welcome to Test Drive. Now, normally on this show, my producer gives me a brand new, fairly expensive, high-end performance car. Then I proceed to take it out and beat on it and see what falls off. It's not highbrow, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. So imagine my delight when I showed up for work this week and discovered that I would be given not one, but 4 pristine cars to abuse. A Dodge Challenger SRT8, a Dodge Charger SRT8, a Chrysler 300 SRT8, and a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8. Combined, they have close to 2,000 horsepower. For me, it was like a kid on Christmas morning. And I hope it will be for you too. On this show, we're gonna go from Detroit to LA to South Carolina and then all the way to Germany. Our lineup of guests is no less eclectic. We've got freestyle motocross superstar Carey Hart, 2-time Nürburgring 24-hour winner Sabine Schmitz, NASCAR star Kurt Busch, and SRT president Ralph Gilles. So sit back and get comfortable while we prepare to kick off this special 1-hour SRT test drive. We like to start things off with a bang here on Test Drive, so we are in South Carolina at Carolina Motorsports Park to showcase the first vehicle in our SRT showcase, the Dodge Charger SRT8. And with us as our first guest, Kurt Busch. And almost on cue, I think I hear him now. Kind of hard to sneak up on someone with that. But that's an entrance right there.
What do you say? You doing all right?
That's a fitting entrance for a guy that's driven into victory lane 4 times this year.
It has been a good year. Looking for more, but
big year for the Charger. You're a Dodge guy through and through. How vital is it that you're the only guy who's running the Charger?
we think it's an advantage just with the family relationship we have with everybody up in Detroit. Ralph Gilles, he's pumped up about his racing.
Obviously, SRT is Ralph's baby. So the SRT8 Charger, the next generation, I mean, they keep ratcheting up 470 horsepower now.
It's incredible what he's committed to and the whole Dodge program for the special, these vehicles, how cool they are, and you can get something like this off the showroom floor.
Well, let's make some noise. Which one do you want?
I'm gonna take the one up front because that's where I'm gonna spend most of the day.
All right, all right.
Ready to rock and roll, what do you think? What you got over there?
Let's see it.
Oh, you got the burnout part done. You sure you didn't do any drag racing in your previous life?
Oh, maybe. I'm gonna guide you through on this center stack. If you go to the SRT screen, it's got all these cool programs for capturing sort of performance data. There's, you know, the G-force thing, but go to the timers.
Right on, check that out. Quarter mile, eighth mile, got G-force recording. It has an instant readout, and then you can have a max, so that way you don't have to watch it. You can actually just go back and check it afterwards.
And the steering angle.
That is sweet. On the big screen, yeah.
What I like is right G-force, left steering. Into the dirt. I guess that's why you're not supposed to watch the screen. SRT means street and race technology.
But what's cool about these cars is just how agile they are with turning left, turning right, hardcore. But then you just take it out on the street, you drive down and you go over bumps or you stages of asphalt to concrete, going over bridges, and the comfort on these things is unreal.
I was gonna say, the comfort after driving your car out, it sounds awesome and it's great nostalgia, but it's a little bit of a beating driving that thing on a daily basis, huh?
Oh yeah, it'll wear you out pretty quick, but that's the whole part of an older car like that. You got rattles and things going on, and there's not even AC or heat or a radio in there.
With a full-blown cup motor, that thing is radical. How much power?
It's got 800 horsepower to the flywheel.
Very sensible, sensible. Let's when we get to the back straightaway here, let's do a run.
0 to 60, see what you got. All right. All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Nice, nice.
Coming on me.
Maybe it's just that all that dead weight you got in there.
I got 13.5 in the quarter.
13.5. Mine's a 13.6.
Look at that.
You had me by a nose.
I'll tell you what, that is cool.
Man, these cars, they can get up and go, can't they?
The first SRTs weren't any slouches, but this 45 more horsepower, 50 more foot-pounds of torque. Fuel mileage has gone up 25%. It's got fuel saver technology that basically, when you're just motoring down the motorway or on the rumble strips, if you're not calling on a lot of power, it goes into eco mode and cuts 4 cylinders. It really is remarkable.
Well, it's what you have to do these days to keep up with fuel efficiency as well as performance. Everybody wants everything all rolled into one ball. Yeah! You got it, third gear.
On the transmission, you can kind of select 2 different modes. It's got the paddle shifts, but if you want the full manual experience, you go into this central, screen and you select Sport, and it does 2 things. It puts the manual mode into true manual, and then it also slides the range up on the selective damping on the shocks.
What's cool, you don't even really realize how many controls that button changes as far as just the sway control, the shocks. I mean, it's a whole new car, it feels like.
That gloss black grille looks sinister.
I mean, this is a family sedan, really?
They've made this thing really tough looking. Yeah! Bush getting serious.
Kind of hammered down. They said that there was 2 laps to go. Didn't they tell you?
You've already won the championship. You've been to the top of the mountain. Well, what motivates you now?
Well, I feel like I'm only halfway done. It's an incredible rush. I love what I do for a living, and I hope to do it forever.
Well, buddy, I appreciate you taking the time to come out here. We've been trying to get you on the show for years now. We finally got it done, and a good one it was.
Absolutely, Tommy. Appreciate the invite, and you, my man, have put it up on the wheel today.
Welcome back to Test Drive. Over the years, there have been a lot of great movie car chase scenes, and not surprisingly, a lot of them have starred the Dodge Challenger. Movies like The Vanishing Point and Gone in 60 Seconds. This location has also seen its share of Hollywood blockbusters. Movies like Terminator 2, Mission Impossible 3, and Black Rain were filmed here at the California Steel Yards in Fontana, California. Our next guest is also no stranger to the bright lights of Hollywood, fast cars, and fast bikes. He was one of the founders of the freestyle motocross movement and perhaps that sport's first icon. Kerry Hart, welcome to Test Drive.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Brought you to a nice place.
It's pretty awesome here. It's definitely that cyborg feel. Pretty wild.
Now, you've had quite a life. You've done a little bit of everything. You're only 36 years old. When you were starting out racing dirt bikes when you were 6, 7 years old, did you ever envision this?
I had no idea. I mean, I thought I was always going to be just that racer chasing the dream. And yeah, my life's evolved a lot. And, I've gone from dirt bikes to, more so fun stuff, doing off-road truck racing and short course racing and a little bit of asphalt stuff. I love it, man. I love anything with a motor and wheels. So if it's got those 2 things, I'm in.
Were you the first person to try a backflip in competition?
I was, yeah. Back in 2001 at Gravity Games, I was the first one that went for it. And the second one that went for it. I was young, I bounced. I don't bounce so well no more.
Better you than me. Now, you're also a new dad. What's more extreme, being alone with a 1-year-old or trying to backflip?
Well, I would definitely have to say the backflip. I mean, I own a supercross team, so I babysit all day long. So babysitting 1 kid versus, 20 adults isn't too bad.
Well, we're at a steel yard where they film chase scenes. What do you say we go try to find some mischief?
I'm in.
Have a preference on color?
I'll take the yellow. At least I'll look like I'm going fast.
Yellow jacket, 392. Let's do it.
All right.
You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Go hard outside of turn 1. I'll tell you
He's
what,
like, what the hell is going on here?
that shot out the back with the dust and that Challenger drifting through there looks straight out the back window in a chase scene.
Ah, awesome.
I gotta ask you, you've broken 80-some bones, but you're still jumping.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that's in my blood. You know, I got to be in some sort of a driver's seat, handlebars in hand, something. You know, it's just in me. Like, I'm not just going to go sit on the couch, and I love to ride.
It's so ironic. I'm sure you get the same thing. All the stuff I used to get in trouble for when I was young, I get paid for now.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's outstanding. Now, SRT is street and race technology, and it's sort of the performance division of Chrysler. What they're trying to do is, you know, tap into the heritage of the past, but in a modern way. But they're not just going to flood the market. I think all of them are still going to be limited edition. So, like that, the yellow jacket car, they're going to make a certain amount, and that'll be it.
I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, if you're going to invest in a car like this, I mean, you're investing in performance, and it would be a huge disappointment if you saw one, you know, if you passed by 4 or 5 on your way to work every morning.
So I guess guys in their cars is kind of like girls in the dress. They don't want to show up at the party with the girl in the same dress, right?
Exactly, you know, and I'm kind of like girls with shoes. I like to have a different car for each day of the week, so I think I might have to get one of these bad boys.
This is like a steel-toed boot.
Yeah, it is. I got a nice heavy foot for it, so I'm good.
It's such a trip. I mean, this plant was built in the middle of World War II, far enough from the coast that the bombers couldn't get here, because this was shortly after Pearl Harbor. Look at the size of that building.
That thing is amazing.
I mean, you just see these towers here, the rusted towers and those shot-out windows, crumbling brick walls. It's just like apocalyptic.
Yeah, I feel like I'm straight out of Mad Max driving around. You think we can get inside where those train tracks are at?
I think we're probably not supposed to, but I'm guessing you don't always follow the rules. True?
Never, never.
All right.
Let's do it.
Chicane, yeah! That thing sounds nasty. I can hear your exhaust through my earpiece.
I can hear your car lighting up in front of mine.
This is awesome.
It's pretty cool that in this day and age you can buy a full-done hot rod. I mean, to have a car like this in the past, you used to have to buy a stalker and rebuild it and put blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I mean, these things, you buy it off the showroom floor and you can go out and tear up the streets.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? I mean, this is 470 horsepower, runs a mid 12-second quarter stock on pump gas.
That's awesome.
If I had one of these, I think I would just romp it all the time. What do you think of the styling?
It's got that aggressive front end on it. I mean, I like the kind of scooped out hood look. They definitely got the lines right. It just brings back everything that hot rod's all about. It's so cool the way the car's built because, I mean, from my rear mirror perception, I can actually see the back fenders out the back of the car. I mean, it's how the lines work on the thing. It's just so aggressive and so meaty.
Baby's got some hips.
It does, man. Every hot rod should have some hips.
Now 392 has unbelievable history. 392 is 390 cubic inch, which is a 6.4 liter. And it was introduced in 1957 and 1958, and then it went away. But where it really made its name, all the dragsters through the 60s and 70s were all Hemis, and they were all 392s. I
mean, it's a proven power plant. I mean, you can't go wrong, and it's great that they brought it back around. It's a big gamble, it's a big risk to try to recreate something that was so, you know, monumental, and they did it.
Yeah, Don Garland's, I think first guy over 200 miles an hour with his Swamp Rat. It wasn't just drag race, then they went to Bonneville, but back then it was all straight line. Straight line. Those cars didn't stop or turn worth a darn. That's a whole different deal now.